Welcome back, legal eagles and digital dynamos, to another electrifying episode. And today we're deep diving into the digital marketing treasure trove that can turn your law firm from a hidden gem into the talk of the town. It's 2024, and while Elon Musk is busy tweeting about the latest Mars colony plans, 96% of your potential clients are quietly Googling lawyer near me. That's right. It's time to take, in the time that it takes for a celebrity to have a wardrobe malfunction, hundreds of people are searching for legal services online. The search volume is just immense. Are you ready to catch their attention, or are you still relying on that dusty Yellow Pages ad from 1995? Today, we're going to unlock the holy trinity of digital marketing for law firms: websites that wow, SEO that soars, and PPC that packs a punch. We'll explore how these three musketeers of the online world can transform your firm. Did you know that 75% of people judge a company's credibility simply by the way their website looks or how their website is designed? Yep, it's true. So your website is really a digital suit. Make it sharp, and you'll have clients lining up faster than fans at a Taylor Swift concert. Well, maybe not that fast. So buckle up, counselors, whether you're a solo practitioner working from your pet-infested home or a big shot firm with more partners than a square dance convention. This episode is packed with nuggets of wisdom that'll make your digital presence shine brighter than Justin Ginsburg's infamous collar collection. Get ready to object to obscurity, do you get the pun there? And sustain your growth as we present the proven digital marketing strategies for law firms. Let's make the internet work harder for you than a first-year associate during tax season. No offense intended. So let's get started. Welcome to the latest episode of Corner Your Market podcast. I'm glad you're here. On this podcast, I talk about everything related to digital marketing, from website design and development to SEO, PPC, email marketing, social media, analytics, and everything in between. So if you're a small business owner, a marketing manager in a company, or an entrepreneur, and you want to get yourself up to speed on digital marketing related topics, this is the place for you. So like and share my videos, subscribe to my videos, and every other week you'll be receiving fresh new content that will help you grow your business by helping you improve your digital marketing. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. So as I said in the intro, today what I want to do is I want to talk about the 3 proven strategies for a law firm. I have a lot of law firms that I've helped over the years, and I've kind of over that time period come up with this 3-pronged approach to helping build a law firm into a successful firm online, and one that consistently generates views, generates clicks, generates clients, and generates revenue for you. So, and I can confidently say I've helped several law firms implement these strategies, and they've been able to expand and add partners, add locations, and become big name law firms in their local markets. So you ready for this today? I hope you are, because if you implement this, your company's gonna go huge. Your firm's gonna grow. You just have to do it. It's not a silver bullet. I do want to caveat that. It's not a silver bullet. It's not a lose weight in 7 days kind of program. This is a sustained, go to the gym, eat the right diet, have the right sleep schedule, and do it over a consistent period of time, and you're going to have a beach body kind of program. So the first one is website, okay? The first one is a website. Like I mentioned in the intro, a website is like a digital suit, right? People are going to judge you by your website. Let's say you're at a convention or networking event, and you give your card to somebody, right? This is the first time that you met them. They're going to look at the card, and if they feel like they could use your services, they're going to check you out online first. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. They're going to check you out online. So the question is, what are they going to see? Are they going to see a professional presentation of a law firm and a lawyer and an attorney and a set of partners that are professional, that know what they're doing, that their areas of expertise is clearly explained, and they've demonstrated their working style, the way that they do business, the way that they serve their clients? Is that well represented on the website? It's a legitimate question. So here are the keys to having a good website, and you can use this to determine whether or not you yourself have a good website or not. User-friendly design. And what I mean by that is a clean, simple, intuitive design that allows your visitors to easily navigate and find information. So if they came in for they want to learn more about you because they want to sue a nursing home, or they have some issues with the nursing home, and they want to learn about your practice. Have you done nursing home cases? What kind of clients do you have? What kind of expertise do you have? Who are your partners? Those are legitimate questions. If I've got issues with nursing home care for my parent and I feel like I need to find legal services, I need to first of all be able to find you by searching you. And if I find you by searching you and I get on your website, I'm going to make a split-second decision, probably in about 40 to 60 seconds, about whether or not you are the right person that I'm going to call or not. And so a user-friendly design, clean, simple, intuitive interface, which allows me as the user to easily navigate and find information, very important, right? Now, after you've got good navigation, you need good quality content. I need my questions answered. I need to know if you're legit. Okay, there's a lot of attorneys. I mean, this country is full of attorneys, right? I mean, there are many of them out there. How are you going to differentiate yourself? One of it is content. Answering the questions that your visitors have on your website. Answer the questions, right? Answer the questions that they have. What is top of mind for them? Not just, does he have a degree? Obviously you have a degree. Obviously you've been certified from the board or whatever, right? If you're saying you're an attorney and you've hung your hat saying you're an attorney, we're all going to assume that you have that. So besides just telling them who you are, you got to answer their questions, right? What kind of cases have you dealt with? What is your success rate? What is your approach? How do you charge? What are some of what are some of your opinions on some of the recent things that's been going on, right? So like, for instance, if you're a patent attorney or a copyright attorney, and right now AI is huge, what are your thoughts on AI? Like on how people are going to fight lawsuits on AI when it comes to copyright infringement, trademark infringement, or patent infringement and things like that. Very legitimate questions. And I think people are asking those questions. And if you want to demonstrate your expertise and make yourself stand out in those areas, you have to have good content. Now that's on the design. So we've talked about design and we've talked about content, right? Now let's talk a little bit about some of the technical things, right? So like fast load times. The site's got to come up in under 2 seconds. That's kind of the general rule these days, is a site has to come up in under 2 seconds. On a mobile device, even faster, 1.5 seconds. And so test it out, see how it loads. So you might have to change hosts. You might have to change platforms. You might have to make some changes. You might have to change the images or videos that you have on there, but you have to try to make your site load really, really fast. And then the other thing is a call to action on your website. You got to tell people what to do. You can't just assume that they're going to call you or they're just know to call you, right? So say something like, let's brainstorm together, or a free consultation, or first 15 minutes free, or whatever it is. Have a call to action. Let's do a discovery call. Let's figure out if your case is worth relitigating or whatever it is, and whatever those terms are. Maybe you charge a certain amount for certain things, but something kind of worth putting in there. And then another thing is your site has to be mobile friendly. It has to be mobile friendly. Check your site out on a mobile device. Just pull up your iPhone, go to McDonald's, load your site, right? I say go to McDonald's because you want to also change the location to see how, maybe your office has 1 gigabit fiber connection, and you're the only one on it, and everything loads like in a millisecond. But Normal people might not have access to that. So go into a normal people situation and see how the site loads. So that's and obviously security and credibility. If you're working with a good website vendor, what host, that should be a given. You should have that kind of taken care of. Now, when we're talking about websites, I've talked about design and all that kind of stuff. But something that also comes up when I talk to attorneys is, what is a good website platform to build your website? So a lot of people ask me this question. So I've kind of ranked it over my career. I'll give you a quick rundown. One of the best websites to build an attorney website, a law firm website, is WordPress. The pros of that is it's user-friendly, it's highly customizable, it has a vast plugin and theme ecosystem, it's SEO-friendly, it's cost-effective. The only con to WordPress is that it requires regular updates and maintenance, and there is potential security vulnerabilities, but if you keep it updated and hosted on a good hosting platform, you won't have any issues. The second one that I would recommend, although after WordPress, it's kind of like if WordPress is my Mount Everest of recommendations, then even though the other ones are second, third, fourth, and fifth, it's kind of like Mount Everest and then maybe a hill on the Sahara Desert. You know what I mean? Maybe not that far down, but that's how it compares, because I'm such a WordPress fan, because all of my clients that I have success with are on WordPress and they do phenomenally well. I've never switched them to another platform. I've always switched them to WordPress, but never away from WordPress. And so the other ones that I'm going to recommend, I'm only going to recommend because I don't want to come across as like a WordPress dude, which I'm not. But the next one is Squarespace. Pros is it's visually appealing. It has nice templates, drag and drop. You could probably build a website over the weekend. Limited, the cons is it's limited flexibility for advanced customization. And then from an SEO standpoint, my opinion, it ranks poor. Wix, similar to Squarespace, similar pros, similar cons. HubSpot has a CMS as well. I've seen people go the HubSpot CMS way. It's integrated with HubSpot. I don't know why you'd want to do that. It's user-friendly and SEO optimized, but then you're tied in with HubSpot. Limited customization options, higher pricing for advanced features. And I just don't like the idea of having my main marketing vehicle tied in with a CRM platform and then the cost associated with a CRM platform. You might disagree. I had one person recently, we had a great presentation. I told him the benefits and how I built sites, and I didn't hear from him for a couple of weeks. I even sent him my podcast episode reviewing all the different CMSs. I hope he listened to it, because I don't think he did, because he went with the HubSpot CMS. Look, I've got nothing against HubSpot CMS. I'm just not a fan of connecting your website to third-party platforms. Just me. Weebly, similar to Wix and Squarespace, not much to say there. Webflow is a new one. You might hear about it in the coming months and years. Designers love Webflow. Excellent design capabilities, lots of code control, good SEO optimization, good collaboration features. The cons, it's new. I think it's kind of like it's got a lot of sizzle. Only time will tell how it performs, right? So anyway, so we talked about website for the first part here. Website's important. It's your beachhead. That's the way I always describe it. It's what people see. Whether you do social media, television, print advertising, or whatever it is, it's always leading back to the website. So it's a very important piece of your marketing puzzle. Don't neglect it. It can make or break your firm, especially in this day and age. Okay, the second one is SEO, content marketing, blogging. I kind of group that together. It's kind of related. But as a law firm, I would invest in SEO. And the way that I would do that is there's technical SEO elements, right? Where you're the nitty gritty, meta tags, meta descriptions, all that kind of stuff that you got to do, headline tags, content on the website to kind of make sure that your website is optimized. And if you're using a tool like WordPress, you have plugins like SEO Yoast, all-in-one SEO. You have those plugins that you can use to optimize content and things like that. And by optimize, all I'm saying is you're just focusing in, right? That word gets thrown around a lot. And I feel like it's, some people say SEO is like voodoo. I've had people tell me maybe 10, 12 years ago, what the heck are you talking about? You sound like a voodoo shaman or something like that. I'm like, no, SEO is kind of a science, I guess. Kind of a science, half art. That's why you got to choose the right artist. But SEO, you do have to invest in SEO. You got to keep up with the Google algorithm changes. So I would do periodic, I would make optimizations to the site and then do periodic checks using a tool like SEMrush, Moz, or some of these other ones. Just scan the website. I think Neil Patel has one too. Scan the site, make sure that you're still compliant and things are ranking really well and you have good on-site SEO. The second part of SEO is content. So that's why I say content marketing /blogging. I do realize content marketing has some connotations to it. I think a lot of people, when they think of content marketing, they think of maybe TikTok videos, social media posts, and things like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about words, graphs, pictures on a website. That's the kind of content marketing that you really should be doing because you own that stuff. It's on your platform. If you build an audience for your website, nobody can take that away from you. Instagram's algorithm can't take it away from you. Facebook's terms and conditions can't take that away from you. You have a good ranking website. Now, Google might take that away from you. That's a different story. But when you're doing SEO, you want to focus your content on very specific, tight group of words. So if you're a copyright patent attorney, focus on those keywords. If you're DUI, injury, focus on a group of keywords that you really can own and your location, because obviously DUI, you're not going to be taking, if you're in Arizona, you're not taking cases in New York. So really hone in on the keywords that you're wanting to own in your market and your location. And then just write valuable content with it, answer people's questions. I'm a big proponent of answering people's questions. So when you're talking to prospects, keep an eye out or your ear out for the questions that they're asking you. What kind of questions are they asking you? What are they curious about? What do they want to know about your business and how you do law and how you practice law? What do they want to know about estate planning? Because that's a field, right? Estate planning. What are the questions that they're asking about estate planning? What are the questions that they're asking about business law or business formation? What are the questions that they're asking about trademarks and things like that, or DUI or things like that, Make a note of those questions and there's your blog topics right there. Answer those questions using the keywords that you have, right? So that gives you a tremendous leg up in terms of being able to have a library of content written by you answering common questions that your audience is asking. It's a little different than FAQs. I think FAQs is like, do you take Visa, MasterCard? What time's your what time's your firm open? Or, how do I make an appointment? Those are the kind of FAQ questions. And you can have an FAQ section, but what I'm saying is have a blog section. You don't have to call it blog either. You can say by the book or in the book or something creative. It can be a blog. And what you're doing there is you're constantly posting new content pieces, answering your potential prospects and your potential clients' questions. It's a powerful way to gain leverage because if you think about it, a lot of people go to the internet asking questions, and they're asking all kinds of questions, especially with AI now. Like the Google search page has completely changed. They have this AI overview section. And it's geared towards people answering questions. So if there's anything that you take away from this podcast, it's you got to have a content strategy where you're answering questions from your most profitable client prospect base. It's going to do you wonders. Try to get into that AI overview. Try to get into those Google snippets where people are asking questions and things like that. And I think it's going to do wonders for your business. In fact, I know it's going to do wonders for your business. And then one thing when you start doing SEO and content marketing and blogging is you really do need to be good at measuring. You need to get into Google Analytics and you need to track the site traffic coming in, where are they coming from, what content pieces are popular, which ones are not working, and things like that. So if you can learn some of these basic metrics and how it works, it could really help you, because you'll know which pieces of your content are working and which isn't working, and which ones maybe you want to write follow-up pieces for. Because that's the other thing. If you're already getting a question on, let's say, like workman's comp, maybe a blog post you wrote on workman's comp is getting a lot of good hits, then there might be an opportunity there for, what to do in case of workplace injury. What are the steps you should do, and how do you make sure that your employer is taking care of you? Maybe that's a subsequent follow-up post. And if this first one is doing really well, you can always go back to that one and link. Yeah, listen to this. Link to that new one that you just wrote. Right now you have traffic that's coming to this big one, and then that traffic has an opportunity to now read the more updated piece. See how that goes? And so and the only way you can know that is by looking at the analytics to see which posts are doing well, which keywords are driving traffic, which pieces are ones that you can boost and leverage off of, and things like that. So on your entry pages and your exit pages, and then what is the status of your homepage, how many people are clicking on your phone number, and all kinds of stuff. So that was number 2. So the first one was website, making sure you have a stellar website. The second one is SEO, content blogging, content marketing blogging. And the third one is PPC. PPC stands for pay-per-click. It used to be known as Google AdWords, and then about 5, 6, 7 years ago, they rebranded it to be Google Ads. And I can't believe it's been 7 years. I think it was rebranded in 2018, now that I remember it. Wow, time flies. Time flies. All I can tell you is, now people listening might not be able to see this, but all I can tell you is back when it was Google AdWords, I didn't have this much gray hair on this side here, okay? I didn't have this much gray hair. I only had gray hair on this side. I didn't have gray hair on this side. So the last 6 years, yeah, I've gotten a lot of gray hair in the last 6 years. So if you're curious, go to my LinkedIn profile and look at my picture. That picture on LinkedIn was that was actually from 2020. So yeah, there's gray hair there. So PPC, Google Ads, it's a wonderful way to get instant traffic. It's paid traffic. You bid for specific keywords, right? So if you're going to do this, I have done entire episodes on how to run Google PPC campaigns. In fact, I even had my PPC specialist at my company I did a special interview with him, posted a couple of weeks ago. You can check that one out as well. It was specifically geared for attorneys that want to do PPC, so it's for you exactly. And we talk about what you got to look out for. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview because this is a component of a strategy that could really work well for attorneys. And one of the good things I like about Google Ads is you can run it for seasonal shortages, things like that. So it works really well. So the key to being successful in Google Ads is hyper-focused targeting. You want to make sure that you're targeting the right geo-targets, you have the right keywords, you have the right language, you have the right call to action, you have the right copy on your landing page and everything like that. So you need to do some competitive research, find those terms, find the things that's going to work. Then you need to write some specialized ad copy. You can do this with AI nowadays. So you can tell it, tell AI, like Jasper.ai or Perplexity.ai, say that you're writing, ad copy for a Google Ads campaign. Here are the restrictions. Here's who I'm targeting, and then see what it comes up with, right? So the way the ad copy works, though, is that you write 4 headlines and then 15 descriptions, I believe, and then 5 or 4. Don't quote me on this. Google it. Basically, you enter those and Google finds the right combination using permutation combinations like headline 1, description 3, call to action 1, and then just kind of rotates it, swaps it out to find out the best set that would work for you. So specialized ad copy is important. Use all the features they offer you. What I mean by that is use all the assets. Assets used to be called site links, site extensions. I think it used to be called extensions, then it became site links, and then it became assets. I kind of lose track of everything because I got a lot of gray hair now. There's a lot to track. But use all of the features that they offer you: time targeting, geo-targeting, all the site link options, pictures, whatever you need to do. Even the retargeting, I would recommend after 45 days of running a Google Ads campaign that you consider maybe 5-10% of your budget towards a remarketing campaign. So you're following people around that sorry, it sounds weird, but basically you're showing ads to people as part of the Google Display Network to people that might have searched and come to your website, but didn't do what you wanted them to do. And then now your pixel kind of knows. And so your pixel kind of says, okay, we got to show them an ad there. And then another one, there's display ads also works, but I would be limited on that one. Retargeting, we talked about that. One thing that I would recommend is if you have good reviews and you have a good online presence from an SEO standpoint, I would highly consider local service ads. Now, local service ads is kind of different from PPC, even though in my mind it was the same. But once we set one up for one of our clients, I realized it's actually a completely different setup. Local service ads is if somebody is looking for, let's say they're looking for a trademark attorney, right? So they might just put in trademark attorney near me. And then on that search result, the first group is they'll show you 3 attorneys at the very top of attorney law firms that are near this person, the person that searched. And all it will show is the picture of the attorney and the Google ratings, right? 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. That's all it is. And then you can click to either call them, or you can click to text them, or you can, I think that's it, calling and texting them. So it's basically for mobile, right? So you can call them or text them. And then you'll get a text or you'll get a phone call. The whole thing is recorded, and basically you have an opportunity. Let's say your front desk answers the phone. They ask, you got to make sure that your front desk is really trained to ask the right questions to filter this person out, because this is all being recorded. And then based on the value of what the call, if it's a legit lead, you pay for that lead. If it's not legit, you dispute it. And as long as you have all your rear end covered, you should be able to get the refund on that call. So it's a great way to generate leads and pay for leads that only you want to pay for. We've done this for some of our attorney clients, and it's worked really, really well. You don't have to stick with a fixed monthly budget like Google Ads that only get 4 leads, and then you have a cost per lead that's very high. In these situations, you can kind of do the math. Let's say you want to spend $1,000 and you only want to spend $100 a lead. You'll say, I want 10 leads, and then Google just cycles it through until you get your 10 leads. So it's a great way to do it. You do need to be approved by Google. There's an approval process you have to go through. It's not exhaustive, but they do ask for your social security number type stuff, and they do a background check. They want to make sure you're legit, and things like that. So there you have it. So I've covered the 3 amazing digital marketing platform strategies that you could use to have an immediate impact on your business. You use this like a gym regimen. Do it consistently, even with a modest budget. Find a partner. If you need a partner, obviously you can call me, but find a digital marketing partner that can work with you on this strategy. Implement this strategy with the long-term focus, and I guarantee you in about 2 years, you will have an amazing law practice, maybe even sooner. I'm only saying that because I don't want to get sued. A lot of attorneys listening to this, right? So do it. It'll work. I'm not going to put I'm not going to say I'm going to guarantee it, but all I can tell you is every attorney firm that I've used this strategy for has worked. So with that, I'm glad you listened to this podcast. Let me know what your thoughts are and see how it goes, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you.